and Joe. Let's not forget Elliot, makers of your show. It's the Valleycast from the Valley Folk, talking about some random stuff, telling lots of jokes. Like Quasm Pizza.
Yes, I the world is a
Where's the hat?
Jonathan
Excuse me. We stole my dog. Hey guys, I'm gonna go cut these wires. I'm Joe Beretta. Stephen, Lee, and Joe. Let's not forget Elliot, makers of your show. It's the Valleycast. It's the Valleycast. It's the Valleycast.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Welcome everybody.
Loved it.
Welcome to the Valleycast.
Oh, it's exactly
That was
what
so
I
much
needed.
fun.
Oh my goodness!
what a
So
joyous
okay, so
time.
here's a little kind of a little story about that.
Okay.
Adventure Annalisa is the one who made that track.
Thank you.
And she actually popped into the Twitch stream last night and was like, I made a Fraggle Rock intro to the Valleycast that I really want you guys to hear. So that was that. We found it.
Yeah.
She also, I believe, was the one that is responsible for putting Quasm in Urban Dictionary.
No shit. She
Yeah.
also cosplayed as me at like Comic-Con one
What
year.
a brilliant
That's
idea.
cool.
Yeah. And she wore like a jean vest.
It's not a hard thing to
a
do.
denim vest, a hat, and glasses.
Yeah, Lee
She-
dressed up as you.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
rose you.
Oh, yeah, that's right, for the
your
roast. That's right.
Yeah.
She also found the cure for polio.
Yeah, she
Oh
did
my
that.
God.
Yeah.
Annalisa.
And we thank her for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Annalisa.
Every day. Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Well,
That was
God bless you guys.
was
Oh, I
amazing.
love that. That was so sweet. I loved it.
It's
so
called
much.
the Fragglecast Valley Rock, which is the name
I
of that
love it.
track. Very nice work, Annalisa. That was very, very good.
If you're new here, we tend to every week switch up the intro, and the people who make the intro are wonderful human beings. And if you would like to submit an intro, you go to where, Steve?
Reddit.com/r/the Valley Folk.
Yep.
And you could submit it there. A lot of people have
come
been
on
using SoundCloud to upload their musical.
Yeah,
Tracks.
we've done a new unique track every single episode.
that's crazy.
This was the 33rd unique new track.
Ooh, Club 33.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Pretty
man.
cool,
I think
guys.
that's really awesome.
Talented people out there.
Very nice, very nice. So anyway, guys, welcome to the show. If you are newcomers to the Valleycast, welcome. It's a good time. I'll
a
tell
good
you
time.
that much. Basically, what we do is, as members of the Valley Folk, we all bring our own topics to the table, and that's how this works. And we're all going to do that, all four of us.
We have a
Do you
fun
want to do
combo.
housekeeping?
I don't have any housekeeping. Do you have housekeeping?
I have one housekeeping. It's from there was a comment on last week's video, and they were saying that they'd wished that we'd gotten to like what Joe actually said to his daughter during your sex talk.
Oh, we did.
And we did, and I just want to reiterate, sometimes on YouTube you see an edited down version of our podcast. You can see that by going to patreon.com/thevalleyfolk.
to get that
To
full
get that
video.
full video. And so it was kind of funny because he was like, they've talked about religion a lot, and I wish we would have said that. I'm like, well, we actually did talk about it. But
And I think we did in that edit still get back to it a little bit. I think he might have made that comment before we got to it.
got
But
to
we
it.
did cut some off.
But yeah, we
in the
cut some.
convo.
But the full version is always going to be at patreon.com/thevalleyfolk.
Yes,
if
ma'am.
and you want to see it.
Yeah, and this.
And God bless you for it.
And God bless you for it.
A lot of people were sad that Elliot wasn't there for that conversation.
I know.
It's very sweet, very sweet. It sounded interesting. I wish I'd have been there, but it sounded cool.
It doesn't matter. In about a week, I think we put it on the calendar. He's also going to give my daughter the sex talk.
Oh yeah,
You're
yeah.
gonna do great.
And it's gonna be like, Hayden, let me explain what your father's probably too afraid to say, which is that it basically is going to be a long journey of complicating your feelings with hormones that you yourself are too in the thick of the thick of it to fully understand, and you will for the remainder of your days never know for sure if you're acting upon impulses or even if you believe in the idea of some sort of mystical love. And in finding that balance, you will eventually be able to find some sort of, hopefully.
Elliot, get the hell out of my house.
Yeah, sorry, Joe. Sorry, I came here.
Alex is like, can I get fries?
I was just passing.
What's a divorce?
I kind of like the idea of us doing a video that's just each member of the Valley Folk teaches Hayden about sex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
think that
I don't think
that
Joe-
would hit
I don't know
really
if that's
well.
gonna happen.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
we
let's let
move
it hit
Hayden.
really well. Yeah, let's not do Hayden.
Maybe we
could do
just-
Scuzz.
We all sit down.
No, I really think it should be Hayden. I think that's the way we get a lot
Okay.
of views. And,
No,
and
I
When
think,
you say it like
I
that,
think-
yeah.
I think,
Oh,
I think
views.
that's. I think it's
yeah.
a good.
No,
yeah,
you're
it's a
right.
good
Let's
business
pop Hayden
move.
in
I
there.
think.
Let's do Jackson. He's 5. It'll be a nightmare.
So anyway, guys, who wants to jump in with their topic? Sure, I'll do it.
Wow.
Thanks, Steve.
Later on tonight, I am actually going to go see Smashing Pumpkins at the Forum.
Billy Corrigan.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, cool, man.
I know. I've had these tickets for like 34 years. I feel like I bought them quite some time ago. And it was a very good. It's more like tonight, Junior.
Tonight in
Tonight,
Tonight in 1979 make me feel things. I didn't
Oh
feel
man,
them when I was
1979
younger.
is such a great.
When I
song.
hear them now, I'm just like, those are
Is
tapping
it?
into
Do you
something.
think Billy Corgan's gonna look any older than he already does?
I really hope
Because he was
not.
like a bald, tall guy forever, and I'm
Yeah.
kind of
Still
like,
is,
well,
I
he
think.
might not age.
He is.
Yeah.
He's still a
because-
bald boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
there's some
yeah.
He's a
wrinkles.
BB.
It's got a little wrinkles going on.
Yeah,
bet.
he's
Maybe,
been
yeah,
slowly
yeah.
turning into the visual representation of his band's name from back in the 90s.
I think he'll just
Oh.
end up looking
Yeah,
like
I get it.
Viserys from Game of Thrones.
Oh, I
the
think
eunuch.
he'll end up looking like Voldemort. I think it's a Voldemort
Yeah, he
situation.
might- well, I
'Cause
think
he's
he-
so tall.
Well, he might swell out and get a little fester.
Swell out?
Fester, that's such
Oh,
a
that is a
that's
good one.
I also like swell out. That's a fun.
I like swell out.
Well, we all swell out.
We
Sure,
all
we all
swell
swell.
out.
Who doesn't?
So anyway, guys, yeah, so I'm seeing Smashing Pumpkins tonight. I'm very excited. They've been a massive inspiration on my life musically. I remember growing up in the grunge era, and my brother and I would listen to a lot of Smashing Pumpkins together, and we both discovered that band at the same time, basically,
That's
I think.
nice.
And the music videos are all cool. 1979.
Yeah, they are.
is a vampire.
Cool. You don't have to sing any more of it.
No, I thought
but
that was perfect.
So, yeah, so I'm seeing them tonight. Very excited. And also, Metric is opening.
gonna
for
ask you
them.
who's
Yeah,
opening.
Metric is opening.
And I don't know
Fan
who
Metric.
Metric
Metric's
is.
great.
No idea.
They did
yeah.
that song Black Sheep, the one that's like
Black old sheep. Whoa,
I'm gonna have to listen
No,
to it
I
when
didn't
you
know.
don't do it and they do it, and then maybe I'll recognize it.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Who's
Where is
op-
it?
The
the
Forum.
Forum.
The Forum.
In Inglewood,
I don't
California.
think I've been there.
The Forum's great.
Yeah.
I think I saw. Yeah, I know I saw Grateful Dead there with John Mayer.
That's
as,
cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
it was
Cool.
really cool.
My,
but also really like a very fun people person.
My mom saw the Jackson 5 there when she was a
I
young
love
girl.
that. My mom
Yeah,
saw the
she
Jackson
Michael
5
Jackson,
too.
yeah.
And she didn't know she was past a doobie. And she was like, I thought someone was just handing me incense.
Sure.
So I
did, yeah.
smoked the
She was just
incense.
like,
Well,
I
that's
didn't
the
know
story
it's a
she tells her
doobie.
daughter. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I didn't know.
It's a
Um,
doobie.
I thought it was incense that smelled and looked like weed.
Mom,
That's
we
all.
go through a
I
lot
thought it was
of
incense. Incense you breathe into your lungs directly in. So anyway, yeah, I'm very excited to see Smashing Pumpkins, and it's been a while since I've been to a concert. I think the last one I went to was like
Ooh.
They Might Be Giants or something. So anyway, my question for you guys is what is a band that totally inspired you, that you've loved for a very long time, that you have seen or wish you could see? And I guess let's take out bands that are no longer together, let's take out bands like Beatles and like
Yeah, that's an
Bowie
obvious.
and
Yeah,
stuff like
those are
that.
Prince.
And Queen
Yeah.
and Prince. Yeah, let's just, I mean, you can still see Queen, but Freddie Mercury is not the headliner, of course. Recent news is that Freddie Mercury was passed. Yeah, so yeah.
real quick,
What's a
real
band?
quick.
Okay, go ahead.
In this concert experience that you're about to go experience, are you? Do you know if you're in seating or if you're in
Seating.
Okay, so
It's seating.
Is it all
that'll
sit?
be nice.
Yeah, so I actually did a
Sign of somebody in their 30s.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice to sit down, just
I
enjoy
really
the show.
Just thought that.
Well,
I was like,
I did
oh, what
a,
a dream.
You don't have to prove anything.
I was reading a little bit about the tour. I was staying away from set lists because I guess the set lists are all the
Smart.
same. For this tour, the Bright and Oh So Happy tour, I think it's called.
Oh.
But but a lot of people were. I guess it's all seats, venues with seats. And so
'Cause
it's
they're
meant to
older.
be like
Yeah.
a sit down show apparently. So but people were saying like gone are the days where you could go to a Smashing Pumpkins concert back in the 90s and like everyone was moshing and crowd surfing and
Doesn't
stuff
that
like
feel
that.
okay to you? Does that feel okay to you? Are
Well,
you
I
like,
never moshed or crowd surfed.
But
I
like,
would always watch.
are you like, if you look from here out and you just go, yeah, that's okay that we're all sitting down.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
having a good
I mean,
time."
I've heard it's like a 3.5 hour show, so you know,
Girl.
I would prefer.
How
there
many
be
capes
seating.
is Billy Corgan gonna wear?
I hope he wears all the capes.
At the same
You're gonna
time.
have so much fun, man.
I know.
That's
I'm
so
very,
cool.
very excited. I'm hoping to get at least a couple of winks in before I go because I'm
This
tired
is,
as
uh,
Oh,
fuck.
are you sleeping? I thought that was a euphemism.
They are they're down a band member. At least one.
Yeah,
they kicked somebody out, or somebody
yeah,
that wants nothing to
Darcy,
do.
I think her name
yeah,
is.
somebody wants
No,
nothing to do with Billy Corgan.
She was like the big deal for me,
Yeah,
'cause she
well,
was
they got into a big
female-
argument, and there was like a big fight. I don't know what the resolution is, but nobody's talking about it anymore.
Someone stole someone else's Dr. Martens. I get
No,
it.
I've
It's
heard
an
Billy
angry
Corgan's
thing.
kind of a dick.
Oh,
and
I
it's
have
hard-
heard that
hard
too.
to-
Actually, yeah,
hard to
I've
work
heard
with.
that.
But that's beside the point. What band have you guys
know
that you love so
mine.
much is an inspiration that you'd love to see
Just
that you
love to
haven't
see?
seen yet?
I know
okay,
mine.
that haven't seen yet. Okay, you know it? Go.
I know
go.
mine hardcore. There's two. One that I would see any time of the day was Radiohead because I've seen them
Yeah.
multiple times live and they are.
Well, I'm talking
like-
about a band you haven't
I know.
seen.
So the one
Okay.
I'm just saying that's one I haven't.
All right. Well, if you want to brag about bands you've seen,
But
go ahead.
no.
Everyone talk.
Yeah,
Lee's
let's
seen
hear it,
Radiohead,
everybody. Let's
guys.
listen to Lee. I guess.
No.
All right, it's
Some
time to
band
brag about
time.
bands you've
Good
seen.
for her.
I would probably do ELO. They just came around.
Okay. Yeah.
And
You didn't see them when they came
No,
around?
And we're
because
back. And we're back, everybody.
Delman and I looked online, and by the time we like found out that they were there, it was like so expensive.
Well, they're coming back.
They are next year.
I think I saw something about.
Okay,
them.
well, if they do, then I want to go. But we didn't go this last time, and it was kind of a weird venue. I forget where the venue was, but it was like a real venue, and it was all like $350 and above, and we're like, we just can't do that right now. But ELO is something I listen to almost every single morning with Delman. It's such a huge, like, I went through such a huge phase when I was younger, and then it just kind of resurged in the last year.
Yeah.
and
So
I
on
just-
the 4th and the 5th, they were here.
Hey girl,
Mm-hmm.
hey girl, I might have a hookup for you. Our buddy Andy that does our graphics, Andy Mogren, the graphics
Yeah.
guy. His friend is their manager.
With ELO's manager.
Oh my
He might be able to
God.
hook you.
Are you
up.
serious?
That's how I got into Grateful Dead. Is that Adam Bush's brother was the manager of Grateful Dead?
Yeah, he might be able
And
to.
I was just like, ugh.
Hold on a second. You singing in Morgan and is friends with ELO Dodd?
I don't know if
Okay, all I want to do, I don't know where are they next. Okay, we're going
Wow,
to Berlin.
Mamma Mia! And you're gonna have to give me a hookup with that sweet ass goddamn.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
give me a hookup, Joe.
No, it's me.
Beep.
It's me.
We'll give us all a hookup. Let's all go see ELO together
They're
as
just great.
friends.
They're fantastic, and they're also like supposedly one of like the better things live. Like
I
everyone's
saw
just
them
like,
at the Hollywood Bowl and
Oh,
changed
now
my
we're just
life.
bragging about the things that we've
Oh,
seen.
Steve's
Great.
just gonna brag
Everyone,
about.
Steve watched something.
Good for you.
Well, I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying I saw ELO live before Lee did.
That's very fair.
it,
And we're
yeah.
back.
And was it
everybody.
great?
Thank you. Yes, I had a great time. Thank you.
Okay, great. That's the one I want to see. Period.
Well, if you're gonna lead me in with a setup like I've heard they're great live, you gotta have someone come in with the opinion, right?
And were they great live?
with an opinion,
Opinions, cool. Let's all talk about it.
I think
Let's talk about it. Let's dive right in.
Let's start the podcast over.
Elliot.
Quasum Pizza.
Awesome pizza.
Mine would be the current one, probably lifelong one that I haven't seen would be Outcast, and then the
Oh.
current.
I'm
Yeah,
with me.
good-
me.
good
Is that with
I know.
I saw
Andre
them live.
2000?
It's just yeah,
I saw
and
them
then
live
He
at
goes by
Coachella.
Mr. Andre 3000 these days.
yeah,
So
he got
He might actually
deluxe.
just go by Andre Benjamin these days.
And then the other one is similar, at least newish, and that would be the Brockhampton folks. I love them
Oh,
very much, and
interesting.
I feel like it would be so fun and so cool. And the first person that came to mind was Rufus Wainwright, just in terms
Oh,
of like,
Rufus
seen
Wainwright.
him
how much
live.
I love. But
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
here we go.
Oh,
Well, ladies
Yeah, it was
and
really great.
Everyone write it down.
wow!
It was when I was dating a musician. He- Yeah.
We're sorry.
We apologize for who we are. I think that would be very fun, and I would love to see Brockhampton. I would love to see Outkast if there was an ignorance is bliss kind of like, oh, I didn't know they I don't think they like each other. So it'd be cool if I could see
Yeah,
them when
I
they
get
had
that.
liked
When
it.
you're
I don't
like,
want to see like
"Oh,
some
I know."
reunion where they're forcing it.
Like when you
for
watch Fleetwood
someone.
Mac live and you're like, you hate each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their music is so good.
Yeah, it's like hit after hit.
Yeah,
after
it
Man.
hit.
really is.
And
Yeah.
just good music.
Yeah.
Good.
Not
really good.
bullcrap pop. It's just
No.
like, this is really fun to
Phenomenal
listen to.
music.
So fun. So fun. Anyway, Joe, what do you got?
The things that come to my mind, you said stay away from broken up bands, but I think like this still has a possibility because they've done it and it's been rumored constantly. But one of the acts that I was really disappointed that I missed growing up was Rage Against the Machine.
Oh gosh, great answer.
Just
sure,
because I
yeah.
think it would be
I've
an
seen him live.
Go!
Son of a bitch! Shit! God! Why?
Our neighbors hate us. Our
Elliot's
neighbors are gone.
So I just think, I mean, you could explain it to me. The
Elliot
energy,
just gets up
he's
and
gone.
leaves.
The energy at
Silently.
that concert must have been insane.
It was unreal. It was
Just
unreal.
even in a like Smashing Pumpkins
Yeah, it
2018 sitting forum, I still think it would be amazing.
Oh yeah,
I saw
yeah.
them when they were on some, it was like a fucking tour, you know, in like Warp Tour. I
Yeah.
think it was like a Warp Tour thing, and I saw them, and it was literally one of those that you're just like, and it was another one in the time where everyone was just like the largest mosh pit
Oh my
to
God.
ever
Yeah.
live.
And just
people were
terrifying.
dying.
Imagine like
terrifying,
for,
yeah.
you know, we get their hits or whatever, but let's say they came back together and they're like, screw it, we're gonna also pump out an album. Imagine a Rage
Yeah.
Against the Machine album now in today's climate.
Oh,
the
yeah.
yeah,
atmosphere.
it would be.
Why
necessary.
wouldn't it happen? Do you know any
I
reason why?
think Zach
Don't they
De La
hate each
Rocha
other?
is not fun to work with.
Yeah.
I think he went off.
Are they
and did
all
his
in their own
thing.
bands? Yeah.
They went off.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
they,
yeah,
they,
there was
Audio
Slave.
Audio
yeah.
Slave. Yeah.
I don't know anything about.
But that would be
Breaking
great.
news: Chris Cornell is no longer in Audio Slave.
God dang it.
I wouldn't know anything about it.
That's one that came to my mind. Another one that came to the brain space was I never saw Dave Matthews live, and I don't know if
that
it'd be the
would've been
same
rad.
now,
Yeah, that
but
would've been rad.
I think it'd be still really fun. I think they tour and
Remember that Tim-
perform.
If you
What's
put
his
me in a
name?
Dave Matthews Band concert, I would just, God, I'd run
No,
in front
you
of
wouldn't.
traffic.
I don't think you would.
Kill me.
Look,
Oh,
I don't
you're not
think
a Dave
you
Matthews
would.
Band fan?
I just think I'd be
Oh.
so bored.
No,
I'd be
I don't
bored
think you
out.
would. There was an album,
They're
a
fun,
live
man.
album.
Yeah.
Him and Tim. What's it called?
I don't.
I think you're thinking of
wakes
the.
up in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
nothing
I
against them.
think
I
you're
just don't-
thinking of their like the acoustic softer stuff. They've got like
Yeah.
incredibly complex like
Like-
full
And
orchestra
they have
like
saxophones and
Rocking the-
like
rocking the
timpanis. and,
brass.
Like, they have
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
It's cool. I feel like I'm just not
can
a concert
I also
person.
Add one? Can
so.
I also add one?
sure.
I've wanted to forever, and I know I'll never get to. I want to see Bruce Springsteen live.
Yeah,
Yeah,
boss.
that's a
You want
good
some
I want
boss.
to see, but I know I will never get to just because like ticket wise, it's unreal.
Taylor Swift.
I want to see.
I was gonna say that for you. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you seriously don't want to see Taylor Swift
Yeah,
live?
I would love to see Taylor Swift live.
that'd probably
Those
be
concerts
fun.
look amazing, like
I'd like
pure
to
spectacle.
see. I want to
sorry.
see Paul McCartney. I want to see Elton
Yeah.
John.
Yeah,
Elton John was
Oh,
great.
Billy Joel. I'd throw
I
Billy
want to see
Joel.
Billy
in there.
Joel.
Yep.
Elton John. I would love to see.
Elton
He
John
was
would be
playing in the
great.
streets of West Hollywood once, and it was unreal.
That was a homeless man screaming.
no.
screaming,
His name was Belton
I remember.
Yan,
I remember.
Yeah,
and,
that's cool.
That was Garbage Dan.
That was garbage Dan.
Yeah, he's like Bobby.
saw garbage Dan.
I just want to know what like Bobby and the Butts.
Bobby in the bar.
But Paul McCartney is still a very accessible
Oh, yeah.
person. He still plays. I know that what's his name? Paul Simon just called it quits. He just retired.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, he did his farewell tour
that
recently.
sucks.
But I think Sting would be cool to see also. Maybe
I feel like I feel how Elliot feels about Dave Matthews is how I feel about
Sting.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm just like, I'm bored.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Police.
I
has
could
some
have
of
a
the
good
greatest-
time. I could have a good time with Dave Matthews Band, but I'm going to be on substances.
I liked the Taylor Swift one because it's more of a current
She's
artist.
also crazy.
Oh, I want to
for
see
shows.
Arcade Fire, which is very
Oh!
possible.
I'm
They're
not
touring
like
around, yeah.
chomping at the bit for this,
Good
but
choice.
I'm gonna say this
If I'm
artist
saying
because I think it would be fun. Would be Bruno Mars. I think he'd be
Sure.
like that concert would be amazingly fun.
I saw the Super Bowl thing. I'm fine.
God dang it!
He was
I'd like to
fine in a
see,
Super Bowl. My favorite blurb from that when my mother was, he's an entertainer.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I love when my dad and
He's an
mom say that about
entertainer.
Justin Timberlake. That's just there's pure.
That's a good one, too.
As
That'd
an
be fun.
entertainer.
Justin Timberlake?
is
Yeah.
a very
I saw him
good
live.
choice.
I feel like Justin Timberlake will do a
God dang it.
Vegas thing
He
someday,
did
like
do
a Vegas.
thing. He did with.
But I feel like he'll do like a residency
Oh,
eventually.
bye,
like-
bye, everybody. See ya.
Yeah.
See ya at the Mirage.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
not
be
where
there
I do. Okay, this
immediately.
is true. I do want to see Celine Dion.
Yeah, I hear she puts on a
She's
good
an
show.
angel.
Brittany also. I
She's
hear
an
Brittany puts on a good show.
Angel, yeah.
I wanna see
Mamrie
Muse.
Hart once referred to the Britney show in Vegas as Weekend at Britney's. And
Oh, 'cause
pretty
she's
funny.
because
just-
her dancers are amazing, but it was like they were trucking out a corpse that was trying very hard to keep up.
It's like that
but
Mariah
it's a
Carey
beautiful
video
show.
where
I
it's
saw
just
it.
moving.
I've
I
heard
saw a
she's
piece of me.
super
It's an
still got
amazing
it, though.
Vegas show, or it was an amazing Vegas show, and she does still have it in many ways. But in some ways, you just don't have. But it's still a good show. What'd you say?
Sometimes you just don't have.
Sometimes you just don't. But I also love. Everyone loves Britney. You have
Yeah,
to
I
love
would.
Britney. So
She's
I'd see her in concert for sure.
Cool. All right. Who's next?
Good talk.
Thanks,
I know,
man.
I
That was
like
fun,
that
Steve.
one
That was very
a
fun.
lot.
Cool. Kept it concise. Didn't want to go on too long.
Today is my son's 5th birthday.
That's
Oh, happy
true.
birthday, son.
Yeah. Hey, Jackson! Happy birthday! He's dead. Okay, so
So that means that like exactly 5 years and 9 months ago, like you and Heather were like going at it, like, and you were
I mean,
like,
guess we're
allegedly
banging.
it was me.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, it means that 5 years ago, Heather was giving life.
yeah,
Was birthing a child.
well,
How
sure,
about
but
take
like
that
you
one?
were in.
yeah,
For
I
like
mean,
there.
maybe
Yeah.
4.5
Yeah.
minutes, but
Yeah.
then for 12 and a half hours, she had to give birth to a child.
you hear that, Dad?
Yeah,
I did it.
But those 4.5
I
minutes.
did it,
No,
Dad.
but that's not. It's she grew a
Dude, you did
arm
that.
and an eyeball and a
Got some
leg.
swimmers in there, huh?
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
man.
It's,
Those
it's
are
hard
strong
to do
boys.
most of the heavy lifting, but I got to give a little bit to Heather. She did okay.
You
She
should
did
probably
all right.
give most of. She gave birth to a child.
Yeah.
I
That's
gave her
neat,
the
but what you did,
opportunity to
Joe-
give
Pour
birth.
out of
Yeah,
her.
you gave her an organism that she birthed.
I gifted her with the.
Give it. It's. Do you know how it works?
So he's out there
Abandoned
playing
bit,
with
abandoned bit.
abandon it, jump. He's out there playing with some toys that he got for his birthday, and he's at
Oh,
this
he's
age.
out there playing with toys. Oh, Jackson has toys on his birthday.
And we're back.
I think it's nice.
I don't like how that bit bridged the gap of topics.
I was hoping we were done with that.
I thought that was back at the band bit. But he's at that age where he's coveting toys. Like he'll have one, and it's like live or it goes with him everywhere. Live or die. It's live or die.
I know it did sound like that.
Live or die. His liver
I
died.
thought it was liver die. He has
but
a little
That was
liver.
my
Die.
favorite Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Live or Die.
so right now he's
Just
got.
squeak, squeak, squeak. He's like, oh no, alcohol.
I'd play that. I'd play that.
He's got these 3 like factions of toys that are the things that are like he can't get enough of. He's got Super Wings, he's got some Transformers, and he's got these Paw Patrols. But they're always with him. So
Paw Patrol.
I think there's an emotional connection to them. Like there's other toys that don't get played with, and you guys know how kids
Yeah.
just pile up crap. We all did it. So my question to you guys is, what are the toys that you didn't just
know
love,
it.
but you coveted
I
them?
know
These
it.
are the
I
things
have
that
it.
you
I
not as a
have it
collector,
also,
Steve,
yeah.
but as
No,
a
no, I
this is
got
the
it.
thing that I played with and I loved and I couldn't
have
get
it.
enough of. And it can be a couple things. But go.
My earliest. Well, first of all, can I pitch a show idea to you?
Absolutely.
It's a show. It's a cartoon, and maybe like Nickelodeon. It could be like a Disney Channel Saturday morning cartoon.
Okay.
It's called Papa Troll.
Oh, I love
Okay.
this already.
Okay.
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 And it's about a troll dad raising his children. It's almost like a family
What
situation.
happened to Mom?
Mom's there too, but the
Oh,
show's
good, okay,
primarily
good.
about Papa Troll.
Yeah, because we need more male figures in this world. That's the truth.
We need more troll figures.
Joe's got it. Joe got it.
So stupid.
I got it.
So it's like
too.
so then one day, so what's your favorite cartoon? Papa Troll.
Oh, is the whole pitch just a play
Is
on?
it a who's on first thing?
Oh yeah, it's a Papa Troll. Papa Troll. Jackson watches
Jackson
Papa
goes,
Troll.
"That's what I want."
You watch Papa Troll?
Okay, he's dead.
Yeah,
again.
He's trying to be quiet.
Somebody
He's trying
keeps
to be a good
resuscitating
kid.
him.
So anyway,
I think I just heard my Volvo start. I think he's driving away.
when I was younger, I had this little
touch button.
toy, and it was literally called Stevie School Bus.
Stevie School.
It was
what does it
actually
look
called Stevie School
Oh,
Bus,
buddy.
and it was a little bus with like a happy face on it. And it's the strangest thing. It had a key that you could like snap under the car. You would roll it around, and when you took the key out, it had like a string attached to the back of the bus, and there was a star on the top of the bus. And when you touched the key to the star, it would light up Stevie School Bus's eyes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it gave him like little headlights, and I fucking loved that.
How
toy.
old were you during this time?
I was like 14.
But for how,
No.
how
I think it was a little. I was young. I was like maybe like 4 or 5.
Wow, cool.
That's when you go through those. The 4 or
Yeah.
5 is the
14.
attachment thing.
Stevie
14.
School Bus.
14.
I was like 7th grade.
Give or
Is that
take.
how old you are in
Yeah,
7th
I
grade?
mean, no,
It
I
was
think you're
7th grade of
I
my
think it's
Stevie
eighth
My
School.
grade.
girlfriend
I think
loved
it's
it.
like
You're
My
going
girlfriend.
You're going into freshman year of high
Yeah,
school.
it's
Yeah,
cool.
my girlfriend got it for me.
Yeah, she is our anniversary present.
Yeah, no, I was a little kid. I would like have it under my pillow, and I loved it so much.
Buddy.
It had to go everywhere, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It
And
went
did you
everywhere.
panic when you couldn't find
Oh
it?
yeah, Stevie School Bus. I mean, sure, my mom remember. Like I could call her and she'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, I remember."
Do you
Stevie
have any
School
tragic memories for how it went away and it's gone?
Bus. No, I think it might still be around somewhere.
Dude,
Yeah,
we got to
it's
get
gotta
that for
be.
a set.
We
Yeah.
had-
Okay.
That'd
yeah.
be so cool.
I remember it not being a completely missing toy. I think my mom might have it somewhere.
That's cool.
Yeah,
and
Stevie
it's not
School
even
Bus.
from anything. It was just Stevie's
No,
School Bus.
Stevie School Bus. Yeah, I don't know if it was. I don't know if maybe it was a show or something, but I don't remember.
Cool.
Oh
cool.
man,
Yeah.
I love it.
Lee, what'd you have, girl?
I had a couple. I had a really weird phase where those plastic Easter eggs.
The ones you can pop.
Just the
open.
normal-
ones you
like,
could pop
yeah.
open. I
Like-
would carry those all around, and I would carry them around forever and ever.
Is that why your backpack is full of those Easter eggs?
Yes, and my mom was like, "It's
That's
so weird,
adorable
and
and
it's such a
so
problem."
weird.
Would
Yeah.
you keep
Yeah.
them?
No,
Would
I'd
you keep stuff
them-
inside?
I'd keep like 4 of them, and I'd mix and match them, and I would just carry them around with me everywhere. My mom would be like, "What do I do?"
Would you
And it
put anything
oh,
in 'em?
Past Easter. I mean, we're talking like way deep past Easter.
Yeah.
I just carried them around with my little hands, and I had these Easter eggs, and she's like, "I don't know why."
There's
you
no
love them so much."
parenting book that covers
No,
that.
she literally is like, "I don't know why you loved them so much," but she's like, "You would lose your mind without them," and she'd be like, "My eggs."
Is there anything in them?
I'd put like rocks and stuff in them sometimes, but I literally would just carry around these Easter eggs constantly. And it's
not laughing at you.
hilarious.
I'm
but
definitely-
It's so strange,
ridiculous.
yeah.
It's so
It's
strange.
very
And my mom
strange.
was like, I don't know. But my niece recently went through this weird phase. It was like 4 or 5 is when I went through the phase too. And
That makes sense.
My niece went through this weird phase where she had this little Tigger thing, and she would like truly lose her mind if she didn't have it. Like, and to the point where we are positive we lost one at Disneyland, and we had to go buy a
You
new
got to go
one.
get one of those
Like,
$45
yeah.
replacements.
And like literally, my brother-in-law rubbed it in the dirt and was like, "Oh, look who's back!" Like, just, like, full panic.
While also
Sometimes the
giving
kids
you
can
eggs.
tell,
Like,
though.
and Lee, here's your eggs.
It
Yeah.
was totally well. So that I had, and for years, and my mom, she said she kind of slowly would pull one away and be like, "Oh no, you lost one of them."
yeah,
didn't do
yeah.
it. But they all were just like, it was so weird. We don't know why, but you carried around these little
That's
Easter
a-
eggs for years, for like literal years.
That's a cheap toy. They should have
I
rode that
think
through high
that
school.
might have been why it was that, because I don't know if we had many other
Wow, what a
toys.
fucking weirdo. Joe, what's yours?
Wait, I did also hold on.
Yeah, Lee, you're creeping
Also-
everybody
before,
out.
wait, before you go on to your other
Also-
toy, I laughed not because of what you did, but it reminded me of a time where we had me and my friend Cody had one of those plastic eggs, and Cody, we were like in 4th grade, farted in one
Yeah, you
and
did.
closed it up and then hid it in the van.
Yeah, you did.
For a year, and opened it up a year later, and we had to pull the damn van over. It stunk so bad.
Nuh-uh, there's no way.
Swear to God. Swear.
did
That
Baby
sounds like
Cody
somebody
poop in
opened
it?
an egg and then farted
He
at
might
the same time.
he might have done that, but I believed it was in the egg.
For years you
Yeah,
believed that it was
I
in
think
the
you're
fart
just
egg.
now learning that that's not the case.
Of course
I'm going to
I
go out on a
I-
limb. I don't believe that ever.
Joe, I think we're gonna have to understand. You just learned that's not the case.
Where's the cat?
I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna say you learn. You now know.
I think we
can I
all
say-
learned. You
No, no,
Joe.
no.
This is a
Egg
quick
fart.
aside. I
Egg
was out
fart.
on Sunday with Mike and a couple other comedians after a show. and
Oh,
we were,
hanging out with
uh,
Mike on the weekend. I'm friends with Mike Falzone, comedian.
Didn't expect the bit to go into the next topic.
We haven't. Okay.
Just didn't see that come. But anyway, we were talking about bands that were from where your hometown was, and mine, the closest I could think of, was Marilyn Manson, and they were like,
Nice.
"Oh, remember when?" This is just the moment that I'm thinking of is like, "Ow!" The moment that I'm thinking of that you just had, it reminded me of this. But like, they were like, "Remember that rumor that went around about Marilyn Manson about
yes.
his
ribs.
So listen to this. We're sitting there at this bar, and like, I'm not feeling physically great, and I'm like, oh my God, I think I just realized something that I've thought my entire life, which was the following. I thought that Marilyn Manson, so the rumor, for those of you who aren't familiar, is that Marilyn Manson, a shock rock person from the 90s, took out 3 of his ribs so that he could perform autofellatio. and which is to say so that he could pleasure himself using his mouth, and it's very difficult. We've all been there. And so anyway, I thought that what he did was, because they were like, oh yeah, so you could like bend down, and I was like, oh, I thought that he had taken 3 of his ribs out.
I can't wait.
And yeah, it's really bad, man. It's so embarrassing. And I thought that he had connected his ribs like a straw and and used the ribs like a fun straw
Wait, do you
to suck
think Rob's
his
ribs are
penis
straws?
like from his mouth, so that basically he hollowed out the marrow of his own ribs, fashioned
that's
a
the
straw,
darkest thing I've
and then
ever
used his
heard.
own bones to suck his penis.
Yeah, we all been there.
Can this
after
be the title
surgery.
of our? This
Oh
one
my
is used
god,
his own bones.
it's like it's so weird.
It's so far from what. Also, why does your demented mind think that?
See, you say demented. Mike was like, "That's actually the most innocent thing that I've ever heard."
I
Like,
don't
it's
think
very,
that's innocent at all.
I don't think it is. He's using
think
his
it is.
hollowed out bones.
It's somebody who. It's a kid who doesn't understand and hears
Fellatio,
words
yeah.
and just fills in the gaps.
yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
guess
So
fair.
he took out 3 of his ribs to suck his own dick, and I was like, "Well, he must have needed the ribs." And then I was like, "He must have fashioned them into some sort of a
that is
straw."
so sad.
And then,
Yeah, no, that's so sad.
It's awesome.
Oh, that's so sad. Yeah.
So
but yeah,
what-
Batman toys.
I'm
and I'm
baffled.
Hold on, I'm the weirdo with my eggs. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice
it's both
try.
weird as fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
Joe, what's yours?
Wait, hold on. Lee had another toy.
But I did. His name is
okay.
Bobo, and he still lives with me.
Is he
Oh,
like
that's
a monkey?
cute.
Like one of those sock
No,
monkeys?
he's delightful.
That's Garbage Dan, Lee.
That's garbage, Dan.
Oh,
I still have
Bobby
it.
in the butts. No.
Witchcraft, or what is it?
Watch it
unfold. Is it witchcraft? It was witchcraft.
watch it unfold.
Watch it unfold.
There's a man that lives on my street, tentatively.
Oh, that's right.
And our favorite soundbite that Dublin and I got was one time we walked around and we were walking on our street and some guy looks up and he goes, "Oh, witchcraft! Watch it unfold." And Dublin and I were just like,
Watch it unfold.
"We gotta go."
Watch it unfold.
Watch it unfold.
It might be my
That's my
favorite thing
favorite.
I've ever heard
really
a
is
human
so
say.
good.
Other than the kid who was asked what he thought he would look like in 1,000 years, and he says, "Gray bones in a grave." You guys ever heard that one?
No.
It's the fucking
It's a
best.
good one.
It's the best.
Oh, but to
Anyways.
answer the question, because I just to throw this out there, I had a trifold like Wayne Manor thing that I remember being very obsessed with, because you could like
yeah.
snap it shut and carry it around.
That's
and
cool.
I had a Batmobile that fit perfectly under it. And it was all Batman toys.
Yeah,
And
me too, man. I mean,
was
let's
great.
let's just ride this together because the Batman toys were awesome.
Yeah, they were amazing.
Batmobile, Batbike.
Yep,
I had
Batbike
the
was in.
Batwing. I had the
Yep.
Batcopter.
Did you have the animated
Wow,
Batwing?
good
That one
for
was
you.
really dope.
I had
I didn't. I
plastic
had all the
Easter eggs,
classic
dicks.
ones.
I remember
Nice.
the McDonald's ones. The McDonald's
Oh,
Batman
yeah.
toys. Those
Do
are
you
really
remember
cool.
the
The
McDonald's?
glasses?
There was one with like the penguins.
But do you remember the glasses? The
I do
little,
remember
like,
the
Batman
glasses,
Forever
yeah.
glasses?
I had a few at my
Yeah.
wedding.
Yeah, yeah,
I
you did.
literally, I did as a.
And you get the Riddler
as
one?
gift- Yeah, I had the Riddler one.
Which is cool because it's Jim Carrey's Riddler handle that is the handle for
Yeah.
the cup. It's cool.
You can see Jim Carrey's downward spiral in his face. So you can see it happening.
Hey, look, Kidding's coming out, and I think it's really going to put him back
Oh,
on
I
top.
can't wait.
Oh,
Hey, it's
Kidding's
back.
gonna be great. But those toys rocked because they shot things. Like it was
Yeah.
so
Oh,
cool as a
yeah,
kid
that's
because they had
fair.
projectile motion.
Yeah.
many cool- so many
and
cool
then I
Batman
also had like the penguins, the
Oh yeah, with the little rocket packs
yeah,
and stuff.
from Batman,
Batman
Returns.
Returns,
It was,
yeah.
So those were my favorite, along with Ninja Turtles before Ninja Turtle toys
Yeah,
went
we
off
did.
the rails.
We did a lot of Ninja Turtle masks. We had like weird Ninja Turtle masks because we did a lot of dress up in our house.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we really. It wasn't. It was less toys and more like
Mm-hmm.
imagination.
Cosplay.
Yeah, I was a baby.
You were pretty into
cosplayer.
cosplay.
I have
is
a
what you're
bustle
saying.
article coming out very soon.
Good.
I'm excited about it.
I'm excited.
guess-
Anybody who wants to go next?
Well,
It's
why
next
don't,
topic. That
you-
was a
Great topic, Lee.
You
Thank you.
people,
Record.
you
Whose
people
topic was
listening
that?
out there.
Wait, what do we have
That's
some
me.
kind of we want to talk
We will, but you people out there
That was Joe's
listening,
topic,
give us in the comments some of your
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
toys.
Give us some of your favorite childhood
Some of those
toys.
weird ones. Give
'Cause
us
I
some of
did-
those weird
Did you have
toys.
Teddy Ruxpin?
Of course.
Ooh,
I had
that was
a
gonna be
Teddy
my
Ruxpin.
follow-up
I also had
question.
Talking Big Bird, which was the
Oh, I
cheaper
did
Teddy
that
Ruxpin.
too. Yeah, I had Talking
Vac
Bird.
Man? Did you guys have Vac Man?
No.
Was that your vacuum?
What about Bible Man?
Did
Oh,
you
Salty? Yeah.
Yeah, Salty. Yeah, Lee and I went down a wormhole of like Christian
Christian rock
music
Oh
with
my
Joe present yesterday. It was very fun. But the Vac Man was the nemesis of Stretch Armstrong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you
I
would
had
vacuum
Vac Man.
it, and he would turn it. And
Yeah.
and eventually, of course,
You
you
like
cut him open, but yet you'd
yeah,
suck the
you
air
sucked out all the air.
and he looked
Yeah.
all vain. It was cool.
I had a Vac Man, or I had like a like a creation kit where you could like make your own mini vac man, guys, and it came with like the pebbles and like different heads and like the weird rubber bodies and stuff.
Do you guys remember playing with a spirograph for 2 seconds
Oh, yes.
and then never playing with it again?
I
yes.
spirographed a lot.
Did you?
Yeah,
You gave it
baby.
more time than 5
Yeah,
minutes?
I think it's a girl thing. Girls
job.
draw a lot.
Okay.
It
Sounds
was a
good.
great time.
Hey guys.
The world is a
Oh my god.
Hey, I'd like to talk about
our new sponsor.
Oh, we got a sponsor. Valleycast has a sponsor.
You're welcome.
Have you guys heard about Graze?
I have.
Graze is reimagining the way you snack, and they believe the healthy choice shouldn't be a compromise on taste.
Oh yeah, we've been snacking on those
We
in the
have. They're
office.
delicious.
Yeah, they're this cool company that sends you snacks in a box on a monthly basis, and they're healthy and kind of different and fun. And you sign up and you get 4 snack packs in a
Yeah.
box, and you can try them all out.
They're not genetically modified.
They are not. Well, actually, there's over 100 exciting snack
They're not
options.
genetically modified. No snack is perfect, guys.
Graze makes snacking easy and fun. No genetically modified ingredients. No high fructose corn syrup, because who wants that? And no artificial color or flavor.
That feels nice.
The packaging is so cool. You feel like a gosh darn hunter-gatherer when they're little individual. They sent us these little cute individual
It's
things.
cute.
And
It is real
You
cute.
can like it's like so. They're like it's one of those shapes that's like very ergonomic and it feels nice when you stack them. It looks cool.
You can
very organized.
yeah, they're like in those they're
In the bean? Or E.
and there's a and you take that.
Yeah.
well then each one
Well, you take that, and then when you do it, you're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll put them in.
Yeah.
you see
of
what
course.
happens.
They got a bunch of options. We got a bunch in ours. We got deconstructed salted caramel and chocolate cookie, which is baked salted peanuts, Belgian milk chocolate, salted caramel buttons, almond cookie drops, and pumpkin seeds.
Ooh, I
Dang.
think
They
I
have
think
a
I think I
chia
tried
It was
that.
coconut
delicious.
cookie that's really good, and then they give you a little bag of
That one
tea
came with
it.
tea. That was so
Oh yeah,
good.
I did see that. That was
Tea's
cute.
cool, yeah.
So cute.
It's very
God,
cute.
It's cute.
So
Yeah.
what do you do? How do you get healthy
So what
snacks?
you do is you sign up, you give it a shot, and you can go onto their website. And when you like a snack, you can tell them how much you like it, and they'll resend that
Oh,
one
that's
if
nice.
that's
That's a
something
good
that you
call.
want. And yeah, you can go and just try a bunch of stuff. And to do that with us, go to and get a free sampler box. Ooh, that'd be fun. You
Free
can go to graze.com and enter the promo code GRAZE GRAZE 58 for your first free box on us.
Graze 58, guys. And just so you know, if you do that, and Graze is like, look at all these people ordering boxes that like very odd senses of humor. It also helps the Valley folk continue to do things, which is really fun.
If you're lucky, you might get that cherry, pear, and walnut
Dude,
energizer.
walnut is a superfood, man. That's a brain octane stuff, man. You gotta get that good stuff in there, man.
We've
So
been
go-
saying it for years.
Yeah,
Just
so go check it
consider
out.
signing up.
Graze.com. Graze 58. Graze.com, promo code Graze 58. On to the
58.
next topic.
Graze 58.
Ooh, I could do it.
Hey yo.
Nope.
No,
No,
please
no, no.
please
No. No.
No.
I'll take my headphones off. I will.
I'll walk out.
I'll exit.
Well, I said
I'll
no.
walk out.
I agree no. I agree no.
I will walk out.
That was like a night and day. I was like, at first I thought it was the funniest thing, and then it was like done.
No, it's still
It's
funny.
admittedly on me, and
It's still funny.
It's still
No,
very
I think
funny.
it's
I have
horrible.
to-
I hate it as well, Elliot.
it just was immediately on loop.
Uh-huh.
That's all.
Um,
So funny though.
Do you
like
want
to have a
good
good time.
topic?
I'm very
Topic?
fun.
I have a
I
topic.
actually. So
I'm very
Ooh,
fun.
why don't you guys rock, paper,
quite
scissors
fun.
for the next topic?
I'm
Rock,
quite
paper,
fun.
Oh, I can save you the trouble because I just have so little. I have nothing, and I'm sitting here, and I feel like it's been like I don't want to like necessarily just like be like here's a thing. So I have absolutely nothing.
Oh my God, that's
wow.
such a
I can't-
Pisces thing.
It's such a Pisces thing. I'm going back and forth between two, and I don't know what to decide.
You're a Pisces?
I like to think I am.
I'm,
yes.
What a
I'm a
Virgo.
Scorpio. I'm a
I'm an
Scorpio.
Aries. I'm stubborn.
Yeah. I did download an astrology app. And,
What are you, an
Did you? I want to know what
Aries?
you are. I want to know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a Pisces, but then
Well, I know.
I
But you
did
are
a-
a Pisces, right? I was right about
Definitely, yeah. And then I took.
Oh my
It's this
God.
really dumb
Oh my
app where
God.
you
Doesn't
like
matter.
you take a
Nothing's real.
photo of your palm and you take a photo of both of your palms and you
Please, I
send
need to
it.
know.
And then you slap yourself in the face with
yeah,
your phone.
yeah.
Hold on. Wait, I want to know about this.
Yeah, it's very dumb, and I did it, when I was doing the recording of Fundamentalists, and I was like, this will be fun to kind of like decide,
Yeah.
what they they say, and then they send you the results because they have some like guru specialist supposedly look at it,
Sure.
which I'm sure they don't. And then they like tell you a bunch of stuff that is, universally true but specific enough that it makes you think that it's actually special.
Like?
Like it said, I don't remember actually. I think I deleted it because it was very like stuff where I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely
You're tenacious.
applicable
You
to
try
me.
hard.
And no, it left all
You're
that
on a
part out.
podcast
Oh,
with your
wow.
friends.
But anyway, yeah, it was like,
Normal stuff.
you're talking about this on the Valleycast. But yeah, it was very dumb. But anyway, if you want that to be a topic, we can talk about astrology.
Oh,
No, I thought it
don't
was
have
really
nothing to say
funny.
about it. I just wanted to know what everybody was. What are you, Steve?
I'm a Gemini.
Does
That
it,
makes sense.
Yeah.
does it?
Delman is a Gemini. It does, because here's the thing.
It's because
This
there's
is
two
the
of
only
you.
way I justify it. It's because
There
there
is
is
two.
there's two of them. One of them is like the neurotic. This is Delman, not you. One of them is like the neurotic, like second guessing every single thing, panic attack guy, and the other guy is the guy that jumps off the cliff immediately. Like
That sounds
he
like the
literally
neurotic
is
guy.
He's two sets of people. Like there's something where he'll just be like going to Burning Man for the 6th time this year, and then like
Oh, jump off a good cliff. I
good
see what
cliff.
you're
No,
saying.
not like a
Not a bad
not
cliff.
a bad cliff. No,
Like,
like
he's a risk taker.
he's a risk taker. Like he is
as well as a neurotic
as
mess.
a fully neurotic mess.
Yeah, I get that.
Do you feel that?
I'm definitely a neurotic mess, but I'm
Sure.
not a risk taker.
Okay.
But I think I can do that thing, which is like stand in front of a massive audience and be
Yeah.
an idiot, which is something that's like second to death as the biggest fear a lot of humans have. So I don't know. Maybe you could say that's a Gemini trait.
I mean, none of it's
I don't look. I'm the first to always say that like astronomy. It's
Okay.
Those are way two way
yeah,
different
no,
things.
no. I'm saying space is. I'm saying space is bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
No, make no mistake.
Make
Space
no
is
mistake.
bullshit.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, astrology.
Don't mince my words. Space is bullshit.
Space is not real. No.
Oh, that's funny.
Astrology is very bizarre, and it's very much one of those things where you're like, I don't know, man. But like, there's some truth to a lot of that.
The only
feel
thing
like.
I will say
Whether
about
it's
it
coincidental
in
or
a
not.
positive
Yeah.
is that if ever you read something and it kind of does like it's for lack of a better thing, it is a daily affirmation in a bullshit form.
Sure, if you get a little
that's
inspired by it,
that's
maybe it's
literally
good.
The only thing that I've ever like one time someone read it to me and it really like changed my mood for the day. They were like, "Hey, you might be going through some struggles, but right now you're gonna persevere. Aries are perseverers," and I was like, "Yeah."
Yes, I am.
Hey man, we don't know nothing about the moon.
We don't.
You never know what
Hey,
happened when the moon
I was
was
at
born.
I was at a moon ceremony a couple days ago on the beach, and it was really beautiful.
I don't want to hear about the weird
I'm-
sex shit you do with your
Hey,
husband.
That's
hey,
disgustingly.
hey.
Can maybe keep
It's
it
just
PG
disgust-
for a
it's
second
gross.
because it's
You
just gross.
said
This is a
you'd
family
like
podcast.
to know,
I-
and I'm telling
Be
you
cool.
now.
Children
It
are listening.
Yeah, I don't really want to.
was great.
No.
We had a good time. There was a lot involved.
Did open up a bird and sing some songs about
No, you dipshit.
Flowers.
It's a frog.
Did you open up a bird and sing some songs about flowers?
Oh,
Is that what it is?
Daisy,
Um,
Daisy.
I don't think that the astrology thing is much, but I do think that first of all, there's nothing creepier than somebody who's super into astrology. That just
Yeah,
creeps me
fact.
that crap out.
I agree
But
with that.
not to be rude, but sorry, it weirds me out. But anyway,
What do you mean
there-
by super into it?
when someone
When
like
they- when they
really
say,
is
like,
like
as a not a
right out of the gate and you're just meeting them and they're like, so what are you? That makes sense. Okay, I'm in this, and then they like know the compatibility stuff.
Oh,
like
okay.
that's like, I mean, it's cool if it's a hobby and I get it, and
What a
believe
way to
everyone,
have
but-
built-in assumptions about people.
yeah,
That's nice.
It justifies all of your treatment toward that
Yeah.
person going
Yeah.
for it. But I think one thing I do think
Well, he's
does
judging a book
affect,
by its cover.
One thing I do think is valid
A big
is
piece of shit.
One thing I do think is valid is when the time of year that you're born and like when you are going into school and whether or not your birthday is like I think if your birthday is over winter break, I think you're going to be a different person than if your birthday is like during the school
One of
year.
those summer
Because,
kids
like-
that don't get to celebrate their birthdays
Yeah,
with kids.
I think that changes you as a kid because birthdays are such a huge thing, and then you like start school and you see all your kids getting celebrated, and like it seems more grandiose. There's also like if it's a holiday and your birthday is around like a Christmas Eve
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
a tough one.
Oh, I see what
hard.
you're saying.
Some
yeah.
kids love it.
I just think those things shape people in specific ways, and I don't know that anybody knows what they are, but I think that
Maybe
a
that's
lot
what
of
you
these
should
personality
create.
traits could be.
You got to start like a weird little thing of like the birthdayism.
The birthdayism, yeah.
You know?
I think, well, it kind of is related a little bit to the Malcolm Gladwell stuff, which is very like, the kids who are younger when they start school tend to have certain statistical benefits or
Sure.
problems. I don't remember exactly.
I know a lot of people that have birthdays close to Christmas, and they always have a weird attention issue.
Oh, really? So, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is or if there is anything, but I would venture to say it's more
Birthdayism.
likely
Let's
than
do it.
Yeah, those
And then
guys'
the
birthdays
stars.
are always.
So what's
festive.
your topic, Elliot?
That was it. Thank
Okay.
you for talking.
Lee, what do you got?
Okay. Well, you mentioned it, and I've seen it. Been around shopping places, and it's September. Barely. It's not even September.
Today is August.
Today's August. Where?
It will be
Who am
September
I?
by the time anybody hears this.
Yes.
Welcome
It's
to September.
Welcome to September. You're welcome. And there are.
Wake me up when it ends.
Welcome to September.
I know. It comes off the top of
Oh, fuck!
When it happens, it happens.
Oh,
and
fuck!
it's like the stars align. I know we're talking about
Wake
astrology.
me
It's like, what can you do?
Oh, my God.
It's what
I'm
I do.
leaving.
Yeah.
I quit.
Goodbye.
No, it's okay. It's September now when you're listening to it, and there's already a bunch of freaking Halloween stuff up, and I don't know how I feel about it. And I was
You
on
love it.
Pinterest because I do love it. I was on Pinterest, and it literally said on this thing, because I pin a lot of like weird Halloween and Christmas decorations because that's who I am as a person. But it was like how to start Christmas in September. And it was like
Don't do that.
list of like, you write your list out in September. By October, you're buying certain things for this category. And I was like, this is a full nightmare. Like, why can't we just... I get really mad with that because I feel like holidays should have their time.
Where was
truly.
this? What
Yeah,
was
don't
this?
usurp Halloween.
Huh?
Is
Where
what you're
was this?
saying.
That was on Pinterest. And
This
so
is when you
think
get to
of
the
like,
point where people are just making content to make content,
it's
and
just,
it's like
but
there's
you
no
know that
rhyme
there
or
are
reason.
those like housewife women in the square states that are like, I better start now with my ordering my holiday cards, and I'm
Yeah.
like, it's September, chill out.
And some
But-
people like systems, and it makes them and they're like, oh, I can stay
yeah,
organized.
yeah. And now I can actually enjoy the Christmas season because I did mine in October.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
got
basically
everything done in
over for
October.
me.
Remember how last year you told me you liked hard-boiled eggs? Guess what you got for Christmas?
Yeah.
Hard-boiled egg.
Made these in
okay?
September.
A hard-boiled egg maker.
Yeah, well, hard-boiled eggs, actually.
Okay.
Just
They might
literal
be
hard
bad.
boiled. I've been doing this thing lately where I'm trying really hard to plan ahead because I was like, it's one of those things of like growing up and being like, no, I'm going to make sure that like I do responsible things. And one of them is like, I just got fed up with always being late on like parents and siblings' birthdays and birthday cards and that kind of thing and presents and half-assing it. And then like I was super proud of myself because it was my brother's birthday and I mailed him a card where I put the card was like a really sweet card that like it kind of explained like how I feel about him and like what it is to like have the love of a brother. And you're like when
Snoopy
creating
and
like
Woodstock card. I get
yeah,
it.
and then I took a big marker and I wrote "You're gay" over the whole thing. So when he opened it, it would said this sweet thing, but in marker, covering the
1990
inside.
Elliot.
Yeah,
What
and
a
I was like,
brother.
"You're gay," and then I didn't sign it or anything. I just like put a Uber gift card in there and mailed it, and I was like, "Got it." I was like, "I did it," and I felt really good about myself, and completely forgot to call him on his birthday. And I was like, "I've never forgotten to call anybody."
Well, the card was nice.
The card
Yeah,
was nice,
that really
yeah.
means
And I
he's
told him
like,
that, but I was
oh.
like, dude, I'm sorry, man. I was like,
I
I'm
just
trying
love the
so
idea
hard, and
of
he was
your
like, no, it's
brother
funny.
to like open it and be like, oh, okay, well he'll call.
Well,
So-
and he didn't come.
No,
it's okay.
he
He'll
did. He
call.
texted me and he was like, no, you're good. You know how it is.
Yeah, I get it.
You know juvenile
No, I do
humor,
really
guys.
like that. But
You guys
no,
are
it's-
familiar with juvenile humor.
Sure.
The rapper. Yeah, he
I
actually.
love him. I saw him live.
That was his last album.
Lisa Juvenile.
Mr. Juvenile Humor.
Humor. No, so it's
Sorry, Lee.
No,
Oh.
it's not. I don't really. So my whole thing is that I don't like it's. I mean, some of the places have Christmas stuff out, and I don't like that.
Oh, I have
'cause
not
feel-
seen that.
I
Christmas
have.
stuff now?
I went to Hobby Lobby. There was freaking Christmas
I mean,
stuff, and I was
Hobby
like, chill
Lobby.
out. But still,
Well, they're fascists.
yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
And I
They
understand
are, right?
that.
Aren't they? Like, they're not good.
They're not.
They're
not
Christmas fascists.
they're
They have
Christmas
Christmas all
fascists.
year.
I was at
Hobby Lobby's,
Michael's
like, actual,
yesterday.
like,
no,
they're
they
not
have
good.
like weird. They have like weird rules with their healthcare and women getting reproductive.
Oh, I didn't know
things
that.
and-
Yeah,
that's
no,
true.
they actually are. Like, they've
Yeah.
been known for being.
Oh, I
real.
didn't know.
Yeah.
They're a closed on Sunday for specific reasons type of organization.
Yeah. Like
But-
Chick-fil-A.
So, yeah, or like In and Out and stuff.
Which I don't mind that. I mean, you can be closed on Sunday.
Sure,
That-
yeah.
nothing wrong.
I was at Michael's yesterday, and there was a lot of Halloween stuff up.
How did you feel about
Well,
it?
it was like an aisle with like I didn't mind it.
Was it cute?
I mean, I like Halloween a
I
lot,
know.
so I'm like, fuck yeah. What the fuck's even happening in September?
Yeah, that's fair. That is
Just school.
fair.
Just going back to
Just
school.
going back to
Yeah,
schools.
the next thing is Halloween. I want to know
So-
now. I want to get ready now.
I'm going to challenge you guys
Yeah.
because you got to think about what your Halloween costume is going to be. I asked Steve earlier about this because my little sweet niece wants to be Frida Kahlo from Coco. and we were worried if it was cultural appropriation.
Yeah, I
And
don't think
you
so.
said
I mean, if
no.
it's the cute,
Okay.
if it's a cute cartoony
It's a cute cartoony. That's what it is.
take, then I think it's fine. Yeah.
But you
If
gotta
she
think about-
happens to be horribly racist, I would steer clear of it.
I don't think
but
she. I mean, she
Yeah.
wants to be Frida Kahlo.
Does she have a
from
dark
Coco.
heart, your niece?
Not at all. Not at all. She's made out
She
of
hides it
sweetness.
well, I get it.
Yeah.
Was she open birds?
Oh, constantly, if that's okay.
yeah,
But again,
alright.
I told
So
you,
we
it's
should look
toads,
into-
toads and
oh,
birds.
okay, got it,
yeah.
got it, got
But
it,
she's
got it.
really into astronomy.
There's plenty
so,
of birds and toads, so it's fine.
She doesn't believe in space, but she is, yeah. No, but that was the thing is like now as an adult, we actually went through this, I think it was like last year, where we were like, I don't want to dress up. I don't want to do it. And we went to a really lazy party.
Oh,
and
that's
we
not
both were
fun.
just like,
oh yeah.
remember that? I think it was a couple years ago.
That's not fun at all.
But it was just like a lazy party and we all were just
Well,
like.
I was hyper depressed, and you
Yeah,
put me in
you
some
were.
sort of. You were like, "You're a 1970s game show host." I was
I
like, "I'm
did.
not a 1970s
I
game show
did.
host."
I did put
and
him
then you
in
put
a suit.
mascara on me.
I
It was
did
very
put
strange. It made no
mascara on
sense.
him. He looked. You know, what you looked like. You looked like at the Beetlejuice wedding. You looked like a patron.
A patron
of
of the yeah, just an anonymous, like an
That's
extra.
funny.
Yeah.
You really did.
An extra in a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
did. He looked like
But-
an extra to Tim Burton.
We don't want you to
Super
talk. Just
pale
stand in
and
the
he had
background.
Mascara, and
Yeah.
It was
So
really nice.
You're asking what we want,
What do you
if we've
wanna
decided what
be
we're going to
for-
be for
have you
Halloween.
decided what you're going to be for Halloween? And also, a second question is that like, I mean, I guess I could parlay it into your favorite holiday because yours, I think, is Halloween.
I love
Right?
Halloween.
Yeah.
Yes.
And mine is Christmas, obviously. No one gives Thanksgiving enough credit. I do think it's
It's good
fantastic.
food.
But
The
it also is
atmosphere
a good,
created
it's
by
a good,
Thanksgiving is very nice.
Yeah, that's what it's an atmosphere.
I don't
thing.
care about anything. About
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. I like the food a lot.
I like
Sure.
the fall colors.
Oh yeah,
I like the fall colors. Yeah.
I do love a good fall.
Lee, I
color.
can't answer your
No, you
your
don't have
Halloween
to.
question.
What my Halloween question was, okay, so what do you want to be this year? Also, what was your favorite Halloween costume, period, growing
So I
up?
can't answer it because I always wait till the last minute, and when I mean
Oh,
wait till
you
the
do.
last
You
minute,
really
it's the
do.
day of. And I will say 7 out of 10 times I do pretty dang good.
He does. He does weird things.
It's
He's
fun.
like, I'm a blah, blah, blah.
So my fallback and my favorite will always be Prince Elwyn from Kroll.
Yeah, that's a good one.
it's-
Well, you also did Bowie from
did
Labyrinth, which was
Bowie
very
from
good.
Labyrinth.
Oh, I
to
did do
Jared.
that as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, but it's always last minute, and it's like, what wigs do I have lying around, and what does my wife have in her closet? And I'm gonna make
Oh,
something
that's
out
so
of it.
good.
I love it.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was say I was the Riddler when I was a kid. And I was cool.
Really?
Batman
Oh, you were the
Forever's
Riddler. That's cool.
Yeah,
Dude, you
it was
should
like
do
the
that this
leotard
year.
and- Yeah.
Dude, do it.
That's
But
a
do
good
Jim
one.
Carrey Riddler.
Oh, absolutely.
Please.
That's the only Riddler.
That's a really good
Except
one.
the animated Riddler. It's a really cool.
What was
Riddler.
your favorite?
Well, my mom made me a Tanuki Mario outfit
Oh,
once, so I had like the
baby.
ears and the tail and everything,
Angel.
and like the Mario
That's great.
suspenders. And the blue
Oh,
shirt and everything.
cool.
Yeah,
I bet that was adorable.
that was very
Love it
cool.
I mean, you
so
really
much.
technically shouldn't have had suspenders in that costume, but whatever, it's fine.
Stop it, Joe.
I guess.
I'm just saying. Like if you were the raccoon, it's one thing, but you were the Tanuki. So
Do you have photos?
I
Yeah, do you
do.
have
Yeah.
photos?
Should put them on the.
I'd actually
video.
like to get your mom on the line and talk to her
Stop
about that.
it, Joe.
Does she know she did something wrong?
Oh my
Did she,
God.
Miss Zaragoza? It wasn't canon.
Hey, did you cry about this, Miss Zaragoza? Because if you haven't, I'm going to make you now. So.
I actually have 2 costume ideas this Halloween. I always hate that I can't come up with like a good funny
It's
costume.
hard. It's hard.
I've never been able to. I've never thought of like a good, clever,
like pun.
funny like outfit. Yeah, a pun or just kind of like just something clever where
It's
you're like,
pop
fuck, I didn't
culture-y
think of
is
that.
A really good one. Yeah.
But yeah, I have a really, really good one that I don't want to say because I don't want to. I don't want to
Ooh, I
reveal
love
it.
when that happens.
Finally, and I thought of this one all on my own. I'm very excited about it. There's no possible way anybody else would do this.
You're gonna be so
No
disappointed.
possible way. I can guarantee it. I'll put
I
money
love
on
it
it.
so much.
And then the other thing is Alana and I want to do a couples outfit, and she's gonna be Gadget from Rescue Rangers.
Oh, that's cute.
And then you know who I'm talking about? And
Gadget.
then
Really
I'm
cute
gonna be
chipmunk.
Dale of
Yeah.
Chip and Dale.
Come on, you don't want to be Monterey
the
Jack.
Hawaiian
That's
shirt.
what I said.
I mean,
wanted
the
him to
thing
be
is
Monterey
Oh,
like
sorry.
that's not really a
No, I
couples
wanted him to
costume
be
though.
that.
Were they together in the show?
Well, the girl, there was always tension with like the 2 guys
There
and the
was.
girl, and it was you were always kind of like, ooh, who's
was
gonna
really
end up with her?
what was his name? Zip was getting it. The
Oh,
whole time?
Zipper.
Or Zipper.
Zipper.
Yeah, Zipper
Yeah.
was getting
Zipper.
Gadget. Zipper and Gadget.
Yeah,
were,
Captain Monterey Jack's real good, but it's
I know. It is
yeah,
good.
I like Dale a lot.
You know, speaking of like, you know how like I talked to you guys about this. Anyways, I wanted to see if someday, and it'll never happen, but it makes me laugh. You know how there's those horse costumes where it takes
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
2
the body,
people to make
yeah.
them happen.
Yeah.
Somebody doesn't want to have. I want to get 2 horses and put them in a person costume.
Guys, thank
Oh
you
my
for
God,
listening
thank you
to the
so much for listening
Valleycast.
to
Can we do that?
That's definitely like for someone who does zero marijuana, the most like
Yeah, it is.
Like what
Picture
if
it
we
right
took
now.
two
I mean, what? How?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Let's
I
find
can't
out.
picture
Arms
it.
and a
It's too
pants?
much.
I think it's hilarious.
If you can draw me something, I would be on board.
Has
with
anybody ever done like the nightmare scenario of like a field full of horses with human masks on? Like we wear those
I'm
horse
sure.
masks.
Oh
And they're
god.
just running around with very real looking human faces.
it? I'm sure there's
Wait.
like a Tumblr
Yeah.
or like a Rule 34. Some deviant art page has like weird things like that.
Dude, if I went into a field and there was a bunch of horses wearing human masks, I would be so scared I'd have a heart
Yeah,
attack.
I think I
I'd
would
die.
too. I think I would actually die.
I would-
think
Yeah,
Yeah, that's about
actually
as
die.
bad as it gets.
Yeah,
Yep.
it really is.
That's about as bad as it gets.
That's whatever's
do.
coming after that is endless torture.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
can I say my favorite
Sure, of
Halloween
course.
costume? Sorry. Once I was a skunk and it was really great, and I wore it for like 3 years. It was killer. And then the other favorite Halloween costume I did was Delman and I both wanted to be Rust Cole from True Detective.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
Yeah,
that- I
yeah, yeah.
remember
That
that.
was
That was
great.
super great,
That
yeah.
was
And
great.
I was like, I want to be that for and he was like, well, I was like, you can be what's his name? And he's like, no. And so we were both
be
Rust Cole. And we both
was
the
there a
old
fight
version.
about it, or you both thought it was funny?
We both thought it was hilarious.
Okay,
we both
that's
were
good.
like, no, we are absolutely both being the exact version of Rust Cole from True Detective. So
I'm
we both
excited
had
for the
exact
third one.
wig.
The third
I
one- this
know,
third
me
season's gonna be
too.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool. Yeah.
I wish there were more like Halloween parties that were like all of the sitcom Halloween parties growing up, because it was always like
Yeah.
I'm a ghost, Frankenstein,
Yes.
Dracula, and it's like now it's just like what Netflix show you like the best, and like that's
Yeah.
cool, but I want to like just
We went
wear
a couple years
classics.
ago. There's 900 Dustins.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know.
Yeah.
Like,
and
so
Harley
many.
Quinns.
So
Oh,
many Dustins
the Harley
in
Quinn
Halloween.
era. I have a picture on our fridge. It's my favorite like version of Halloween that I'd ever had. It was post college. I was with Heather and my dad was visiting, and he's an older chap, but he was like, I'm doing it. I'm going out with all you guys. And we're like 25, 26, and we all went out on the town, but we all built our costumes that year. It was the one year that we actually went for it. I built a Mega Man. It was really cool.
Nice.
Heather built a She-Ra costume, which was really good. And then we dressed up my dad as Papa Smurf, just straight up, made his beard white, covered him in blue,
Oh my God.
everything. And we went out and we had a great time. My friend Phil he had the Quado.
Oh,
yeah, I
wow,
love
from
that.
Total Recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Total Recall, and his future wife was Wednesday Addams, and we all went out
Nice.
together. It was great. And my dad, he was like 58, 60 at the time, somewhere around there, maybe a little younger. He met
Got so laid.
Smurfette that night.
No.
Whoa, really?
He met Smurfette. She was like 22. It
Heck
was
yeah.
cute and innocent, and they just like took a picture together. It was awesome. It was
Do
a
you
really
have
fun
that?
night.
And you have that picture?
I have the family picture. I'll put it up.
I need to see
I've
your
seen,
dad as Papa Smurf.
yeah,
That's
really
amazing.
good.
I think I've seen that on your fridge, and it is it delivers in terms of cuteness.
Yeah.
Oh, I
for sure,
can't
folks.
wait. Please post that for this video.
I will.
too.
I will.
All right, guys. Well, hey, how about we wrap it up, huh?
Let's wrap it
that's a
up,
good
guys.
idea.
This was really nice. Anything? Well, let's thank our sponsor first.
Yeah, thank you to
Yes,
Graze.
thank
Go
you,
check them out,
Graze,
guys.
for the tasty
Graze.com, Graze58.
And also, every Wednesday we do our streams. We do our video game streams where we play Jackbox games and such.
We've been streaming on Mondays
We've
as
been
well.
streaming on Mondays. We watch the full, complete Your Show episode with the news and an extra segment and the couch segments all in one little, one big piece. And then we kind of do a little commentary over it, and it's
fun.
really fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Yeah, it's been proven to be quite fun.
Yeah, and people seem to
nice.
enjoy it, which is good. And then also we have our Patreon, patreon.com/thevalleyfolk, where you can sign up and check out those tiers and get in on some special treats. Kind of like, for example, getting this podcast earlier than anyone else.
And also the full version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we
right.
have a whiteboard out there that is we're going to be working on next week, unveiling everything. But
Yeah.
we now know what the new tiers are going to be, and we're focusing more on different tiers instead of just being like, because we don't want to be like annoyingly like sign up for our Patreon. So we're taking some time.
But also
and
sign up for our Patreon.
definitely if you haven't. But if you have, get ready, and there's going to be a lot that's going to be super enticing, I think, and cool and different and unique. And I think we're doing stuff that is not typically done on Patreon, which is really cool.
Agreed.
A lot more exclusive content that will be like, for example, all bloopers and bonus questions from things are specifically going on there, and we're doing that with one goes up today, I think. So anyway, yeah, thanks guys.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you all so much for joining us, for listening, for watching, what have you. We appreciate all the patrons and everyone in between. And, of course, the subscribers of our YouTube channel, youtube.com/thevalleyfolk, where you can catch all the stuff we've been working on, more or less. Yeah. And, we're just very excited to have you guys as listeners, and we appreciate you a lot.
Thank you so much.
Love you.
Thank you so much. Love
Goodbye,
you, guys.
everybody. Thank you so much. Hey,
Goodbye.
thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much, guys. Thank you.
You.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
And thank you.